Hi everyone. Hello, hello. Happy New Year, by the way. Happy New Year. My name is Mirdelyn. So if tonight is your first time watching me, I want to welcome you. And if that's your second or third time, welcome again. So tonight we're doing a versus an. All right. So we'll be doing a versus an. When do you use a or N. All right. So the last time we did the alphabet, all right, there are 26 letters in the alphabet, six of them being a vowel. Okay. Sometimes we have the letter Y, a vowel, sometimes it's a consonant. Okay. So when you use a or N, you use it with noun. What is a noun? A noun is a person, a place, a thing, or an animal. Perfect example. A park is a noun because it's a place. A courthouse, that's a noun. It's a place. A doctor is a noun. A girl or a boy. Okay? A doctor is a person, so therefore it's a noun. Okay? Now, anything that have a name is a noun. So we use the word a or an with nouns. For example, a banana, a banana. So now let's get back to when do you use a versus when you use an, okay? So you use a with consonants, okay? With words that start with consonant. Perfect example. Banana with the letter B, that's a consonant. So therefore you cannot say an banana, you have to say a banana. A banana. Over here we have an apple. An apple. Why do I use an instead of a? Because we have the first letter right here. The first letter, it's a vowel. So therefore, I have to use an with that. I cannot say a apple. I have to say an apple. So when you are pronouncing it, you have to pronounce it as if it was one word. An apple. Let's take a look right here. A dog. Why do I use a? Again, because the first letter, it's a consonant. So therefore, I have to say a dog. How about that one? This one, I have to say an ant. Reason why we have our first letter right here, it's a vowel. So therefore, I cannot say a ant. I have to say an ant. An ant. All right? Over here, we have an egg. An egg. Right here, a cat. All right? It's a noun because a cat, that's an animal. An egg, you use it to eat. An ant is an animal. And we have a dog. All right? So now we're going to take a look over here on that side. All right? With the first word, doctor. So since the first letter, it's a consonant, the letter D, I have to say a doctor. Next one, first letter, that's not a consonant, that's a vowel. So therefore, I have to use N. An orange, that's a fruit. Then we have girl, that's a person. So I have to say a girl because the first letter, it's a consonant. Over here, zebra, the letter Z, that's a consonant. So I have to put the vowel A to say a zebra. Then we have park. That's a place. A park. A car. Over here, we have a vowel. The vowel A. So I have to say an apartment. So now, I'm going to go over them one more time and I want you guys to listen carefully. Starting with the first one. A doctor. That's a person. An orange. An orange. That's a fruit. A girl. A girl. That's a person. A zebra. A zebra. That's an animal. And we have a park. A park. That's a place. A car. A car. It's a thing. Then we have an apartment. So make sure whenever you are pronouncing the one that have an, you have to pronounce them as if it was one word. So you cannot say an apartment, you have to say an apartment. Right here, a banana, an apple, an apple, a dog, a dog, an ant, an ant, an egg, an egg, a cat, a cat, a doctor, a doctor, an orange, an orange, a girl, a girl, a zebra, a zebra, a park, a park, a car, a car, an apartment. All right? So now, what is a noun again? A noun, it's a person, a place, a thing, or an animal. A building, that's a noun because it's a thing. A bank, that's a noun. It's a place. A cat or a dog. These are nouns because they are animals, all right? What I want you guys to keep in mind, we have singular nouns and we have plural nouns. How can we differentiate whenever you have singular noun or plural nouns? Easy. So when something is singular, if you look at the board, I didn't add an S. I said a cat. So if I say a cat, I'm talking about one cat. An egg, one egg. An ant, that's one. A dog, an apple, or a banana, all right? So now, if I'm talking about more than one, it's not singular, it's plural. So if I have two cats, I cannot say a cat, I'm gonna say two cats. So how will I know it's plural? All I have to do is add an S. So with plural nouns, I have to add an S or ES to make it plural, all right? Now, when do you add S or when do you add ES? Perfect example. With plural nouns, if I have two dogs, I'm gonna write two dogs. So if I have three cats, now, what if I have three boxes? I cannot say three box. I have to say three boxes. So whenever you have a word that ends with CH, SH, S, X, or O, to make it plural, you have to add ES instead of S. For example, boxes, two boxes, three axes, four buses, and so on. So if you look at the board carefully, you will notice the words that ends with ch or x or s. These are the ones that I add es to make it plural. And the other one, all I have to do is add an s to make it plural. So if I have one dog, I'm not going to add an s because it's a singular noun. So I'm going to say a dog. So if I have more than one, I have to add an s to make it plural. First one, a dog, two dogs, a cat, singular, two cats, a box, two boxes, a bus, three buses. So I'm going to go over them one more time, and I want you guys to listen carefully. Again, we talked about a versus an. We use a with noun. Noun is a person, a place, a thing, or an animal. For example, a doctor, that's a person. An orange, that's a thing because it's a fruit. A girl, that's a person. A zebra, that's an animal. A park, that's a place. A car, that's a thing. And then we have a banana. Reason why we have a instead of an is because the first letter is a consonant. So since the first letter is a consonant, I have to write a. But if the first letter was a vowel, I would have write an. Over here, we have an apple. Why not a apple? Because the first letter A, that's a vowel. So I have to say an apple. When I'm saying it, I have to say it as if it is one word. An apartment, or an egg, or an apricot. Right here we have a dog, that's an animal, an ant, an egg, a cat. And also we did singular noun versus plural nouns. With plural nouns, you have to add an s or es to make it plural. With words that end with ch, sh, s, x, or o, in order to make it plural, you have to add es at the ending of the word. The other ones, all you have to do is add an s. Perfect example. Two dogs, three cats, two boxes, three axes, and four buses. I want to take this time to thank each and all of you guys for watching. If tonight is your first time watching me, I want to welcome you. My name is Mirdalan. We meet every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7:30. If you haven't subscribed with us, go to YouTube, type Speak English with Mirdalan. Thank you for watching. Till next time. Have a great night.